Welcome, everyone. My name is Nick Hershey. I'm the president of the Mortgage Calculator. I'm joined here today with our COO, Kyle Hershey, and our sales manager, Jose Gonzalez. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us so we can go through a little bit more about what makes us different, how it works, what makes us unique. And then I'll actually pass it over to Kyle, who will go over the software and actually show you a little bit of the back end of how everything kind of works on the back end. And then Jose will close it out and kind of put it all together with his 28 years of experience and how that combines to actually closing loans. So let me start here by sharing my screen. And most of you have probably already joined from this page, so hopefully you checked it out. Let me explain a little bit more about what we mean here. Now, we have a little bit different background. So our thing is we're all about leads, unlimited free mortgage leads, powered by our proprietary mortgage CRM, POS, LOS software. So myself and Kyle, we come from a marketing and technology background. We've been doing this for 19, almost 20 years and generating leads at massive scale and putting them through our different systems by building out our custom software to execute those businesses. So very different background that we have here, a very different kind of outlook. So that's really what makes us different here. We're not your traditional bankers. That's kind of our outlook here. Let me explain a little bit more about why that makes us different and what makes us special and how that can really add to your guys' business. So we've built this team and all the different models, but we are a non-delegated correspondent lender with the technology to scale your business instantly. So we're all about, when we came into this industry, building something onto the business you guys already have. So we don't need to, obviously use your guys' business. We want to add to your guys' business. All of you guys know what you're doing. You guys all have your own book of business. We want to build a system and a platform to add to that for you. So we believe whether it's company generated leads or self-gen leads, that every one of you, all of us here, need a full pipeline to succeed, especially in this, stage of the industry where kind of the quote unquote easy deals have kind of dried up, no refinances, right? We always need to be filling our pipeline with new leads. So we want to make sure that we empower you guys to add new leads with our system, whether that's your leads or our leads, you can plug into the system and it will let your business grow. So again, we've done this in all the different platforms and we found that non-delegated correspondent is the best. And we are currently approved with over 130 lenders and investors. So we've built this business as first we started doing some advising and building a team at an FDIC bank, then built it into a very large platform at a broker shop, non-del and del. So we've tried all the different business models and we've found that non-delegated is the best. And that's because we can do broker and correspondent loans both for our borrowers. So we can kind of always do what's best. So we're always going to have the best rates and pricing. Correspondent's always going to beat broker pricing anytime because we're funding loans with our own money and our own team and our own funds. And we have over 5,000 loan programs with us as the lender when we're doing correspondent with our 32 correspondent investors. Now, if there's any reason that we can't do the loan correspondent, maybe it's not a loan that we can fund, maybe it's a very special program, no problem, since we're non-delegated, we still work with lenders. So we have over 105 wholesale lenders that we can go to when we have a loan that doesn't fit with what we fund with our best rates and terms. So we're always going to do what's best for the client. Now, since we're all about leads as well, we want to make sure we have every loan program available, which is also a key to being both broker and non-delegated. Once you go delegated, you have to kind of limit. We don't want to limit anything. So we have every loan program imaginable, VA, USDA, FHA, Fannie, Freddie, to the crazy CDFI, non-QM, commercial, DSCR, mixed use, SBA, anything you've ever heard of that's a mortgage product, we want to have it. If that means we have to partner with a wholesale brokered outlet, no problem. If that means we can fund the loans ourselves and can find another investor that has those programs, that's what we want to be able to do. So how do we execute this all? We mentioned it before. We come from a technology background. We build all our own software. So we've written every line of code for what you're about to see. It's our fully integrated website is obviously where it all starts, but that's not the fancy part. It's where it all comes together with the POS, CRM, LOS. And what that really means for you and your client is one login for everything. So our system is obviously cloud-based website software. It's not the program you have to download, and it's all built for us by us. There's one login for you. You don't have 1,000 logins for every different lender, every different AMC, every different platform, every different thing to order things. One login for you. And most important part, one login for your customers, where they don't have to be confused and go different places. So your prospects can instantly flow from just a basic name, email, phone on any of our different pages of our website or anywhere we get different leads, to pulling their own live rates, to completing their own 1003, pulling their own credit, popping their liabilities in. That will all get populated into our Encompass-based system instantly without you doing anything. So how do we make that all happen? We have over 50 API integrations where we use the same great services that everybody uses in this industry, right? Unfortunately, when we're a lender, everybody's got to use Encompass. Not everybody likes it. No problem. You guys don't have to use it. You don't have to download Encompass. You can use our web-based platform in order to operate Encompass. Same thing with Optimal Blue. You don't need to log in for Optimal Blue. You just click a button and you can get pricing and lock information. Same thing with credit. You don't necessarily need to log into credit. You can do everything instantly. Meridian Link is part of credit as well. Account check, VOE, VOI, VOA, all that great stuff. Just a click of a button, no logins needed. Appraisal works, no logins needed. Just click a button and you get all of our AMCs instantly pull up with all their pricing for whatever deal you're going to do. So you get the theme here. It's just a click of a button away. Everything that we use is integrated, so you don't need to log in. You just click a button on the loan and you can do whatever you need to do. And the best part is we have our full-time developer staff. So anytime we need to add something new, we post updates every single day. And some of those updates are from you guys, our team members. So if you guys want to request something new, you can throw that in the community. And we always want to implement ideas that are going to help our whole team. Another thing that we're very passionate about here is the training. We found in all our different business models that training was lacking at a lot of different platforms. And we want to make sure everything's remote and at your fingertips. So everything we do is remote. We're all remote workers here. So obviously all the training is remote as well. And we have our daily live trainings as well as our on-demand things. So you can go into our courses, our actual classroom training center, where you can take courses anytime. That's on demand. You can do our live in-house MLO trainings. So these are our private webinars for our company, 5 days per week. So obviously your first week, you would take those required trainings, but you can obviously take them again to brush up on any of those things you need to brush up on. We have our live mortgage rates podcast. So we go public with our webinar podcast every day of the week to talk about new programs, do live rates. So that's for our team to learn about new programs and obviously the public as well. And then we do our live loan officer training podcast 2 days per week, where we do publicly for loan officers like yourself wanting to learn about new products, different tips and tricks, all that kind of good stuff. We do that 2 days per week, not just for our team, but for any prospective loan officers out there looking for good info. We also have our live Zoom support. So anytime you need to get unstuck, you have something stuck on your file, we have our processors that can take over your screen, click something there, no problem. That's during regular business hours. And then we have our AI-powered knowledge center with thousands of articles. You just pop in there, type something in, and you can pop up any of our resources from not just us, thousands of articles, but all of our partners. So with hundreds of different lender partners, we have a lot of their guides, tips, tricks, matrices, webinars, all kinds of different things in our knowledge center there. Now, some of these items here don't fit in any category, but something I like myself is to work with investors. So we love to add the ability for you guys to close DSCR business purpose loans in 44 total states. So it allows you to expand your footprint a little bit without necessarily having to get more licenses. We want to make it very simple for leads. So there's a million different ways we get leads. Kyle will actually show you guys on the back end. It's hard to explain with a little bit of text here, but no matter where they come from, simple 50-50 split. We have a button you can click at any time. Any of our members can click a button and refer a deal to a senior loan officer for 75 basis points. If there's any reason you're uncomfortable, unfamiliar, conflict of interest, any reason you can't do that deal, we want to make sure we're using our team. You click a button that'll instantly connect that lead to one of your senior loan officers that has a little more experience there. We also want to make sure we set you guys up with leads with your own campaigns. So if you don't have leads yet, no problem. We'll show you how to get some leads into your system of your own leads. And we'll show you, if you already have leads going, how to import them into our system with our webhook. And to top it all off, again, myself, Kyle, we come from a technology marketing web background, no monthly fees, no hidden fees. What you see is what you get. We want to make sure everything's very transparent, very upfront, and very easy for you as the MLO and the customer as well. So here's a replay video. If you guys ever drop off, you can watch the video again here. So let me scroll down to the part everybody's waiting for, I'm sure, which is the compensation plans. So hopefully everybody can see this here. Let me go through line by line and explain a little bit more about our comp plans. They're definitely different than most companies out there. So hopefully this will make sense. Our senior loan officer plan is where we want to start. That's where everybody's eyes are drawn. Obviously, we want to get everybody upgraded here as soon as possible. So we'll start over here. This is the top comp plan. You can make up to 250 basis points. That's obviously with bonuses and whatnot. So here it might be a little bit harder to read, but let me highlight it. The standard comp is 200 basis points on conventional non-QM. That's the loans we're all used to. That's 2% commission for those not familiar. Simple 50-50 split means anytime our senior loan officers grab a company lead, there's a million different ways to get them. But as soon as they grab one, it's 100 basis points on any company leads for those conventional non-QM. The loans we're pretty much used to. That's 1% commission. So our senior loan officers are going to have everything everybody else does, but to top it all off, they're going to be the ones that receive the referrals from their fellow teammates. So when you click that button to refer a deal to a senior loan officer, after you've already gathered the information and worked on the deal, our senior loan officers are going to receive those leads, which are obviously not leads, they're more of referrals. Maybe it's their spouse, maybe it's their family member and they're not licensed in that state, but our team is going to help them with those deals. So that's a team collaboration there, definitely our best leads. Unlimited access to all the other leads as well. Any different leads that come in, obviously our senior loan officers have no restrictions whatsoever. And our senior loan officers can earn bonuses. So 25 basis points bonus on any volume over 2 million. We want to make sure people that are rocking and rolling, again, we want to make a platform for you. We don't want to take away from what you already have built. And if you're really rocking and rolling, 50 basis point monthly bonus for any volume over 5 million. So anybody, again, rocking and rolling, no problem. We want to make sure we give as much money that back to you as possible. And if you want to upgrade to other opportunities, you can earn more by being a team leader, which we'll talk about in a second, where you can help loan officers that are just starting structure their deals, learn our systems, and earn an extra 15 basis points by helping those teammates. Our branch managers take it to another level where they're actually, legally in charge of their team as well, and will actually disclose the files with their team. So not only will they be helping structure files, but actually disclosing them and earning an extra 25 basis points on all the loans for all of their branch team members. And the fine print down here, how do you get to senior MLO? We want to make sure everybody closes 6 loans with our system. It's definitely different there. We want to make sure they close a few loans, broker, a few loans, correspondent maybe, and learn the different ins and outs of all our different programs. So for your first 6 loans, you're going to be on the loan officer plan, where we team you up with a branch manager, a team leader, and Jose, our sales manager, obviously, as well, to help you disclose those first few files. So on your first 6 files, you make 150 basis points. That's 150 basis points on conventional non-QM. That's 1.5% for those not familiar. And you can still access our company leads. So if you want to make any of those first 6 deals company leads, no problem, plug into the system, and you'll make 75 basis points or 0.75 commission on those company leads for conventional non-QM. So you'll definitely have access to our lead system. So unlimited leads at a 50-50 split, all the different ways Kyle will show you here in a second. Access to the good leads, the click to claim leads, which are going to be kind of first come, first serve. So those will be sent to our loan officers first. You can still, anytime you're uncomfortable or have a conflict of interest, refer a deal to a senior loan officer. Just click the button and you can still earn on that deal and learn while the senior loan officer puts that deal together. We are licensed in 24 states for primary and second homes. And as I mentioned before, you can do 20 additional states business purpose. So you can expand your business there without necessarily getting more licenses. And of course, all our loan officers have to be paid via W-2 since we are a lender. And how do you stay a loan officer? We want to make sure you're full time. So 1 loan per month minimum production. If you're not doing 1 loan per month and earning any revenue, you're obviously not going to be full time and you need to obviously supplement your income. So as long as you're full-time, no problem. If there's any reason you're not full-time or not able to do 1 loan per month, maybe you're just getting into it, Maybe you're a realtor and you're adding this license to just add some more income. No problem. We have the plan for you. That's our junior loan officer plan. So our junior loan officers are still licensed. They're just not quite full-time, not ready to sign that loan application. They're going to earn some great revenue while they learn to use their license. So you're still licensed, you can still make commission, you're still going to make 75 basis points. And the whole point here is you're going to refer deals to senior loan officers. So you don't have to do the loan, you don't have to know everything about the loan. The important thing is you're going to earn some great commission while you learn. So 75 basis points is still great. That's still more than a lot of the call center type places. They can still learn a lot about what we do. And you still have access to all our systems, our CRM, POS, LOS website, all that kind of great stuff. Still have access to our leads and our auto dialer, which Kyle will show you here in a second. Again, no minimum production requirements. So this is for people that are maybe just trying it out or new. And the option to be paid via 1099, since you're not actually the legal loan officer on the file. You're just a part-time person that happens to be licensed, so you can be paid commission, but you're not quite ready to jump in. And again, no minimum production requirements. As soon as you're ready to go full-time and really commit, no problem. You can upgrade to the loan officer plan at any time. So that breaks down the plans. Hopefully that makes sense. We'll revisit this here at the end, but let me go ahead and pass it over to Kyle, who will actually show some of the back end and how it actually works. You ready, Kyle? You're still muted.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so when you come on board, we'll do full trainings on this, but I just want to highlight a couple things in our system here. So first off, we have our CRM here. Same as any other CRM, you can take your notes and send emails and texts, and it keeps track of it all here. And you can set reminders for yourself. You can put people on drip campaigns, automated, action plans to text and email people over the course of years automatically for you. All that kind of good stuff that any other CRM has. But what starts to set our system apart here is our quoting system. So within 2 minutes, you can just gather a few pieces of info from your client without pulling credit, input those numbers in here, click one button to pull up all of the rates from all of our different investors, and you can spit them out a quote, send them an email and a text instantly with a quote that looks like this, where they can see the rate choices that you gave them. They can scroll over these things and see what they mean. It pulls in the Google map automatically. It pulls in the Zestimate automatically, has their proposed loan info, does the automatic breakdown of their payment and taxes, insurance, HOA fees, gives them their estimated lender fees, and then of course has you here as the loan originator with all your information. And you can add a realtor to this as well. So your realtor partners absolutely love this. They know when they send you a client, not only can you quote them within a few minutes, but you can attach the realtor. So you're keeping them in front of their client's face. You're keeping them updated on the quotes going out. And you're saying, hey, we are your team that's pushing this deal across the finish line. And your realtors absolutely love that. Now, the coolest part about this is that when they're ready to move forward, they can click Start My Loan Application. That takes them right to their borrower portal, which looks like this, where they can start their application here. The full 1003 is in here in our system. They don't have to leave the page. They can start uploading the documents that we're going to need from them. They can see their loan info here, the milestone of where the loan is at, which automatically updates as you go through your milestones when you're originating the loan, and they can communicate with you here as well. So this is the actual borrower portal that they go to right there when they want to move forward with a quote. Now, let me show you what you see on your end here. You can also fill out the 1003 with them and for them. You can also help upload documents here if they, just send them to you, however you can get them. Now, the greatest thing here is that you can request more documents with the click of a button. So whether it's you or your processor can come in here and say, hey, we're going to need 12 months of bank statements. And now we're asking for 12 months of bank statements from the client. You can also request a whole different packet. So you could say, you know what, this came as a conventional loan, but it's actually going to be a VA loan for a self-employed borrower. Well, I don't know what kind of documents a VA self-employed borrower is going to need, but the system does. So you can replace this and say, you know what, it's not conventional, it's actually VA self-employed, and save that, and it's going to give us just what we need for the VA self-employed loan. Now you can also request signatures. So you could say, hey, I'm going to need this gift letter, save the changes. And when your client comes in, they will see their signature and be able to sign it. Again, don't have to leave the page. Our legal e-sign is all built in here into the system. And then, of course, you can request custom document types, any custom documents that you need here as well. Now, what's great about this is that once your client fills out their application, we pull credit instantly and automatically, right? And we pay for it. So the client doesn't have to pay for it, right? We pay for it. It goes instantly and automatically. So when you open our Encompass API here, so when I click our Encompass API, as Nick said, you're using it in our system. And now all of the 1003 is pulled in here. All of the credit is pulled in here and liabilities and all of that kind of stuff. So we can actually originate the loan right here in our system, which of course this just controls Encompass on the back end, right? But you're doing it here through our system. So you don't even have to leave the page or need any other logins here. So somebody, once you start originating the loan, now you also have the processor assist button where you can order VOE, VOA, VOI, lock your loan, request title, all this kind of stuff here, file COCs, cancel the loan. So everything you need here is on the processor assist. And then of course you will have a processor attached to your file as well. Now, once your loan is in underwriting, there will be your conditions right here in your back end. So you will see your conditions that you got from the underwriter, and you are able to either upload the document to fulfill it or mark it as fulfilled or dispute it to kick it back to the underwriter with whatever proof that you have that condition is not needed, right? So you see here how everything from start to finish is in this system, from collecting their name, phone number, email, to contacting them, to quoting them, to gathering their 1003, gathering their documents, pulling their credit, originating the loan in the Encompass API, receiving your conditions and fulfilling your conditions from the underwriter, and doing everything for the loan here from start to finish, all in our one system. Now let's talk about where these leads come from in the first place. So first and foremost, our leads from our ad campaigns are the best hot leads that are coming in. So you're going to get text messages all day with our leads from our ad campaigns where somebody clicks on our ad, they double opt in to be contacted, and you're sent a text immediately. So you can click that link, call them, and go through this process. So that's the best type of leads that we have that are coming in live in real time, where you can call them instantly to help them out. Now, there are multiple other ways that we provide leads here in our system. So one is our auto dialer. So we have an auto dialer just like any other CRM. You can call 300, 400, 500 people in a day. You can press one button to drop them an automated text and email from you. It's already formatted with your name. It's from your email with your footer. So you can call hundreds of people in a day and drop those automated texts and emails to them. And we have all the leads loaded in here. Notice we have fix and flip leads, purchase leads, bank statement leads, we have realtor calls, we have cold calls in here. So we have thousands of calls in here for you to do at all times. And most of these are real actual leads that opted in to be contacted, like these fix and flip ones, right? So we provide you the leads in the auto dialer so you can come in here and work them. You're going to get those leads sent to you in real time via text. And then you're always going to have leads to call here in the auto dialer as well. Now, another way that you can work leads in our system is our advertising tab here, where you can purchase your own leads. So what you can do is put your budget on a campaign. So we can copy those same campaigns that we've dialed in, that we know work for, like our DSCR leads, right? For example, we can copy our DSCR campaign and put your budget on that. Those leads would then go to you without a lead split on them, right? Because it's from your campaign that you purchased. So the great example I love to give of this is one of our loan officers, Nicole. Her first loan that she ever did as a loan officer was a $1,060,000 loan. So we're talking about almost a $16,000 commission for her first loan ever as a loan officer. and it was from one of our leads, but one that she got from her campaign that she purchased. So she had no lead split on it. So she saved $8,000, right, on that commission because she invested in some of her own leads for her own campaign. So it's from our lead campaigns that we do for you, but it was one that she put her budget on, is where that lead came through. So great to fill your pipeline with even more leads than just the ones that we give you, right? And to have no lead split on those leads. Now, another way to work leads in our system is to import leads from wherever else you may get them. So if you get leads from a legitimate lead source, maybe it's Zillow or LendingTree or Free Rate Update or something like that, then you can use your webhook here that we give you, and we give you the instructions here on how to do it, to bring those leads in to our CRM instantly, automatically, in real time. So the lead comes in from Zillow, for example, you get a text and an email from our system letting you know you have a new lead. It's already in your CRM, so you can call them and quote them and all that kind of stuff. So whether you take the leads from us on a split, or you purchase your own campaigns, or you get leads from anywhere else that you want to bring in from your campaigns elsewhere, basically every way there is to work leads in our system is provided here. So we want to make sure that you have every single way to work leads. You have plenty of leads to call, and that is really what we're all based on here, is leads. So now I want to talk about the type of leads we get and why. So as Nick said, we're more from a marketing background. We've been doing digital marketing for the past 20 years almost. And Nick is the lead expert here. He's certified by Facebook as a digital marketing associate, certified by Facebook as a media planning professional, certified by Google as a Google Ad search specialist, and has been doing digital marketing for a long time. So he's kind of in charge of the leads here. And I want him to talk about the type of leads we advertise for and why. And then we'll have Jose go ahead and talk a little bit. So go ahead, Nick.
Sure. So whenever we plan something for anybody we're working with, whether it's for ourselves or anybody we're helping out, we want to make sure we do something unique, right? So for the last 4+ years, we've been doing this. We've been doing the exact opposite of what the big retailers are doing. So we're obviously not going after the billion-dollar budgets of the big box retailers that are just doing the easy loans and reducing your guys' commission to zero, right? Racing to the bottom, see how low they can pay you guys to see how low they can do the volume-based business, which is dead, right? You guys know that's dead. We've known it's dead for a long time, but obviously a lot of people lost their jobs, and that is no longer sustainable. So from the start, we have focused on a sustainable and unique model that allows us to build a real book of business. So we've been always focused on targeting the exact opposite. So we want to target the underserved borrowers, the borrowers who are self-employed, the borrowers who are investors, the borrowers who are in the new gig economy, the borrowers who may not even be employed at all in the new kind of crypto economy, anybody who's not being served by ads by the big guys paying billions. We want to still serve those customers. So we want to advertise to those customers who are being underserved. We want to provide them with the products and services that fulfill their needs, right? So we're going to advertise almost exclusively non-QM programs, bank statement programs that are going to solve problems, all that kind of good stuff. So once our customers click on usually a non-QM ad, they're going to come in, but we're still going to teach you guys how to properly analyze. We still do conventional, we still do VA, we still do USDA, we still do everything as it benefits the borrower. So just because they clicked on a bank statement ad, just because they think they got denied by a big box retailer and they have to do bank statements, we're still going to look at their tax returns, properly analyze them, and see if they qualify for conventional, FHA, VA, USDA, before we go into the other programs that we have. So we want to make sure we properly analyze them, give them the best deal, and then if they do need a bank statement program, we have hundreds of bank statement programs to fulfill those needs. So we want to make sure we're being full service to our clients, solving actual problems. And then we're going to do it with the best pricing. So we always have the same pricing, whether the solution for our borrower is a brokered loan or a loan we can fund ourselves when we're the lender, a correspondent loan. We want to make sure whatever solution is best for the borrower is what we're going to do. So we always have the same price no matter which channel we choose. We're always going to do what's best for the borrower. So that's how we put it all together. So it's more than just really a lead plan. It's more of a philosophy here. We're going to fulfill those needs, and it's going to build you a long-term sustainable business rather than the business that is now dead that we all know, died a while ago. So definitely a different type of outlook. Kyle always wants me to still highlight, we still do all the regular type of loans, all the conventional loans. Just because we advertise these types of programs, that's because it allows us to build a sustainable business for you guys, right? For our team to actually provide value. And these customers love us, right? They've been denied elsewhere. We're going to approve them, right? How much better of a client can you have than someone that's been denied elsewhere? And now you have the solution. So we want to provide solutions and really be good consultants for our customers. So does that cover it for you there, Kyle?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so the last thing we're going to do here is have Jose, our sales manager with 28 years of experience as both a loan officer and a realtor, go over how we can bring all this stuff together to actually close loans and the support that we provide here at the Mortgage Calculator to help you close loans. So go ahead, Jose.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us for our webinar on joining the Mortgage Calculator. So you've heard about the great leads program and our amazing technology, and we definitely like to tie that all in together with our support and training to make sure that you don't spin your wheels while learning our systems. It's very important for us to have you closing your first loan within 30 days of completing your training and being active with the Mortgage Calculator. So you've seen how the leads been explained how the leads work, but it's very cool in that you immediately, when a customer gets a quote accepted, you're going to get an email. We all get copied on those emails. Your team leader gets copied on those emails. Everybody's reaching out to you to make sure if you need any assistance. You also get those email alerts when a loan application is submitted to make sure it's in your pipeline. We all get copied on those emails as well to offer you any assistance that may be needed. We have our Zoom room, which is manned by our in-house processors, where you can jump into for a quick meeting. It's not really the place where you would want to go for a long, drawn-out structure meeting. That's what your team leaders are for. That's what we as management are for as well. But you can definitely go in there if you don't want to wait for a meeting for simple items like credentials that may not be working in Encompass, or your DU didn't work. You have to figure out something in Fraud Guard, quick stuff like that no need to wait for a meeting with us or with your team leader. You can go right in there, and within minutes during working hours, you can be taken care of. We also have our intake processor, right? So we disclose our files where we're the lenders. So you will be getting those files, reviewing them first with your team leader prior to meeting to disclose a file. Your team leader will help you structure the file. And once you are ready to disclose that file, you will meet with the disclosure desk, probably me, to give that final review of that file, which we will be disclosing as a lender. We do not disclose in-house the brokered files. Those you would meet with your team leader for review. And once your team leader gives you the green light, then you would go to the lender portal to get that brokered file disclosed by the lender. Once we do review your file where we are the lender, we will approve your disclosure. The disclosures will be sent, and you will have the opportunity to sign that file while we're still in the meeting to make sure it's usually, if it's your first file, you may not know how to sign it. I'll walk you through that as well. Once the file is signed, once the disclosures are signed by you and signed, well, you're going to sign the application, borrower is going to sign the loan application and disclosures, the file will be assigned to an intake processor who will complete the intake duties, who will also register the file in the portal that you chose, and then will submit the file to underwriting. And the intake processor will also assign the file to one of our in-house processors, which will also be your first level of defense, so to speak. Once that file is going, you'll always be able to reach out to your processor for assistance. Your processor will also be responsible for uploading conditions to the investor portal and helping you clear the conditions to obtain your clear to close. Once you do obtain the clear to close, we do have our closing manager, and we do have our the closing company, or should I say the attorneys that we deal with, to prepare the documents. In the title company, everybody will be working together to get your file to closing. So many different levels of support, like Kyle mentioned, the deal which one of our MLOs got, that was a profit and loss loan, very difficult profit and loss loan, that also had a request for an appraisal transfer by the borrower. That was part of the deal. Well, through multiple structure meetings that she had with her team leader, we were able to assist her in closing that very difficult file, including an appraisal transfer in 21 days, which is typical of what we like to have happen to our MLOs, which embrace the system and embrace the process. So we're really looking forward to helping you increase your footprint and accelerate your mortgage business with all of the amazing products and training and support that we offer you at the Mortgage Calculator.
Perfect. Thank you, Jose. So I'm going to pull this screen up here for the next steps for when you are ready, and then we'll open it up to questions. So when you are ready to move forward here, you're going to go to the website. Nick, could you drop the website link there in the chat for me? And it's real simple. It's themortgagecalculator.com/join. So you're going to come here. You're going to click on the plan that you're going to join on, either a loan officer or a junior loan officer. It is going to take you to right away to sign the agreement to join. That's your compensation agreement. Now, you don't have to sign it right then. It's going to send you an email with it as well. So take your time, review everything. But when you do sign that initial agreement, that's what's going to kick off the next steps. That's when we're going to reach out to have you sign the official, compliance manuals, upload your ID documents for employment, walk you through having us sponsor your license, and all that kind of good stuff. So go ahead and sign up for whatever plan is applicable to you. Once you sign that agreement, we will reach out with the next steps. Now, with that being said, we can go ahead and stop recording, and we will get into the questions.